What are the do's and don'ts that you have to follow once you start your journey on the path of yoga? There are a lot of do's and don'ts. Let's touch on a couple of them today. The first thing is with respect to food. You have to be very particular with respect to food habits. It's not that you have to restrain yourself from consumption of certain types of food. You have to, but only if it's affecting your mind. But you have to have a particular time slot in which you consume breakfast, lunch, dinner. It has to be systematic. There can't be ups and downs. You can't eat breakfast at one time, lunch at one, and then dinner at one. There definitely has to be a proper sleep cycle, because if you're going to wake up early in the morning and practice, if you're not a morning person, it's going to be a big nightmare for you. But by time, you have to get used to it. Like, you have to fall asleep on time, wake up early in the morning. Secondly, definitely you have to make sure you're at least woken up half an hour or 45 minutes before you start your practice. Get freshen up, take a bath if you feel like you're very lazy, so that you feel more energized and fresh, and then you get started with the practice. What's the ideal time for practice? It all depends on the kind of lifestyle you lead. Early morning or late in the evening is usually the time, or early in the evening is usually the time for practice. See what time suits you, what kind of lifestyle you lead, how is your work. Try not to stick to one particular time. Only if you're a sage, or if you're a student who's living with a teacher and you're doing this and this only, then you'll be able to say, okay, I'm going to practice only in the morning. But we all live a very lifestyle, and we have a lot of other things to attend to. Choose a time that's convenient, flexible for you, so that you don't have to think about too many things when you're actually practicing. By doing this, you feel more complete, because if you're practicing at the same time you have a lot of other things to attend to, you won't be able to focus your mind. Forget about focusing. You won't have that sense of calmness or silence that you plan to achieve by practice. So these are a couple of things that you have to keep in mind before you start your practice. And definitely try to make sure the stomach is empty. Don't eat too much, or if you're early in the morning, if you have the habit of having a coffee or a tea, that's good. But no meals, and even if you have consumed meal, make sure you've given at least 2.5 to 3 hours of gap in between the practice and the meal. Hope this was informative. Let me know your views in the comments. And if there's anything else you want to know, just share them in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. Take care.